Alright guys, ignore the wind. We're walking into the messy garden. Everything's doing decent. And we're gonna walk past the beans and all this, which I gotta pick those. I keep forgetting to do beans. Over here is our patch of potatoes. And the plants are pretty much dead. I already pulled some potatoes, but my goal is 100 pounds of potatoes. So let's see what we can do. Once we're done, we're gonna plant some pumpkins in here, I think. But let's get these potatoes dug. But here is my potato fork. This whole thing is potatoes. All through here, there's weeds in here now, but it's all potatoes. A little chilly out today. I've been really cold. But you guys can see how I grew my potatoes. I just kept throwing grass clippings on top here. So right here's the potato plant. They're starting to die off. If I just dig this top layer off, you could start to see potatoes already. Check it out. So let's pull this plant. See what we got. We got 1, 2, a really big one. Check that out. Got another one here. And these little ones, don't get rid of these. You can cook these up. There's nothing wrong with these little ones. So I'm gonna have to dry all these out, but for now we're just gonna fill boxes so we can get them out of the garden. And like I said, I want to turn this into a pumpkin patch. So I'm gonna get a little spot cleared here so that I can film easier. So I'm gonna do this first row and we'll see what we get. So I just got to the end of that first row there. Check that red potato out. It's decent. That's the thing with these red potatoes. You get some where the plants have a ton of like little tiny ones. Like these, they're perfectly edible. And then you have some where it's a big one, and then some small ones like the one we just pulled. I mean, let's see what this one is here. See what this example. So, got 2 right here. There's multiple potatoes under there. Just make a little pile here. Here's the seed potato. See how it's all rotten and mush? That's the seed potato there. That's what you plant. But what's nice is these potatoes are just sitting on the top. Just like that. They're not deep at all. They're just chilling. And all I gotta do is pull the plant. And for the most part, I don't have to dig much. See, here's a seed potato on this plant. That's what I planted. Right there. But yeah. So pretty good so far. Alright, we're gonna pull these 2 clusters out. So that one's just got a big one on it. And this one has a bunch of little tiny ones. And there's some that got stuck in the ground here. Just pop them out. Just like that. So they kind of just reveal themselves randomly. That's why I like the red potatoes. You can see them really well. So now we're getting to some of the white potatoes here. This plant has 1, 2. This is what happens when they get sun exposure. They'll turn green like that. Don't want that. A few of these have it just because they had a spot in the straw that had sun. So that sucks. I mean, that's from one potato I planted right there. That was only 1 potato. Turned all that. Just the seed. I think that's the seed right there. Alright, so we're down at the zone where I was kind of having issues with water sitting this spring when I planted potatoes, so they kind of rotted. So from here over, these potatoes were just out of there. Some of these white potatoes have some green on them, but red potatoes are fine, and most of the white ones are fine. But I'm gonna get these in the box. Well, I'm still pulling red potatoes out of this one end. Here's one plant. Pretty good for 1 potato. All these plants were, you know, 1 seed potato. So, cool. I mean, from probably one this size, trading this, I got this extra, and they're fresh. Alright, so I think most of the reds are done. Here's this box of potatoes. But a little disappointed with these white potatoes once again. I think I'm done growing these actually. A lot of green, and they're buried decently. So the reds just grow better, you get more. I don't know. I definitely prefer them. I think that's all I'm going to grow. I mean, there's a lot of these, but you know, that one's green. You can't really eat that. So, still in the patch of white potatoes here. Decent potatoes. The box is pretty much full almost. See, some of these don't have green, but some of them are just a little too close to the surface, I guess. There's the box so far. You can see the green here and there. I mean, it's not even something I was thinking of at all. There's a yellow squash. I think these are russet. I can't remember what I planted. There were 3 types. There were 10 pounds of red, 10 pounds of the Yukon Gold, and then I had 5 pounds of another one. I think it was russet. These look like russet. So, some of them are doing better than others. Definitely, reds are doing the best. Here's the seed potato. So, this potato grew those potatoes. So really not a huge trade-off there. But still, these aren't turning green though, so that's cool. The russets and the reds, I have no problem with them with the sun exposure, but the Yukon Gold are the ones that have green. These guys are potato bugs. See them sitting there, some over there. There's tomatoes here on the edge, so not all these potatoes, but there's a tomato. He's pulled out. Nice little tomato. Well, I found a hidden Mickey, guys. There it is. I'm gonna put this on eBay for $10 million. Well, that's all of them. We did not get what I think, or what I thought we were gonna get. At least I don't believe yet. I'll have to somehow weigh all this, and we'll see. But wind is still going. I'm sorry on your ears, but this is all pulled up now. I probably missed a few, but that's tomatoes all the way around. So I'm gonna get these out of here. All right, time to pick some green beans. As you can see, some of these are past ready slightly, I'd say, but I'm gonna get some cutters so I don't tear a bunch of young green beans off. Here's the potatoes laid out on the truck. I figured this is a nice higher spot, nice breeze, and the sun's out, so we'll go ahead and let these harden up and dry. All right, so here's the white potatoes, here's the reds. There were 10 pounds of reds planted, and I know that's more than 10 pounds, but I don't know. I was thinking, you know, we'd at least have between 100 to 120 pounds of potatoes, and that was just, you know, I planted 1 potato and I expected 4 back. So that's how you get your 100 pounds. So didn't turn out that way, but we're gonna see. We still did good. So I'm gonna get on the scale. 217. Okay. We're gonna step on again. It's still taking its time. It says 216, just say 217. And now, I'm 241. What was that, 24 pounds? 24 pounds of red? Yep, exactly 24 pounds of red. Yeah, that's not good. It's really not good. Decent, but not good. So if I don't have to stand on the scale, I won't. But I'm trying to get it to where this weight's dispersed evenly. 45 pounds. I'm gonna go 47 and 24. So we got 71 pounds total, and you got to count in some of these are green, but red potatoes, this whole bag's good. I'm only gonna grow red potatoes from now on. I'm not even bothering. The russets grew good, but I am not bothering with Pontiac yellow again. Probably in a long time when I have a huge tiller and I can plant them easily, but for most part I like planting shallow, and these red potatoes hold up. And actually the reason most of these red potato plants had quite a few potatoes per plant, but what happened was this spring when I planted them, a huge chunk out of where the red potatoes went, there was too much water and it rotted the original seed potatoes. So that explains part of it, but still not the best. But these are still really good potatoes, and you want to leave the dirt on them. Just kind of dry them out like this, and you don't want to put them in bags soaking wet or muddy. You don't want that. Dirt's fine. These are covered in dirt. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm exhausted. I also did like all the lawn today, and we got the potatoes done. So now I'm thinking of planting like zucchini or pumpkins or just something over there. Maybe even like Swiss chard or kale. Cold weather or cold hardy plants, I might do a row in there, so we'll see. But hope you guys enjoyed. Still quite a few potatoes, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.